Right, another bit of this pump then. After a little bit of time I had to think about this pump. Well, I did have a think about the pump, and I attempted. I was just thinking. I'll tell you what I did when I started. I thought that I could just push this shaft and the whole thing and just, where's my finger, just slide out. But it didn't want to do that, and I've kind of, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a bit of it's mushroom now, so I'll have to stick it in the lathe and just skim it out again, or just grind it or something. I'll do something, I'll sort it out, don't worry. I know the mould grips are on there and I know they'll mark it, but it's the best way I can actually get a grip on the shaft, so that's just how it's going to be. So no complaints. Got the nut off. Brass nut, that came off quite easily. Found a socket that'd fit. Couldn't find the right Whitworth one. I think it's like 11/16 this nut, something like that. But I couldn't find one of them, so I found I think it's 1.25" AF, which is pretty much close. Well, pretty close, so that'll do. But anyway, I got it off, and now I'm just using a bar on the fins. Let me get that shot. And I'm just working it off now, and as you can see, it's quite a way off, and there's whatever seal or whatever that is in there. I think it's a spring, actually. Can you see that? It's a spring, that. So yeah, I'll come back when I've got it all off, and it might actually all be apart. I'll see how much progress it makes. Right, got it off. Here's the impeller. All very rusty. I'm not too sure if I'm going to bother painting it. If I do paint it, I'll use some epoxy stuff so it won't wear off or something like that. Or I'll, yeah, some epoxy stuff. So now this is the spring. I believe this is, sorry, I'm getting a bit close. I believe this is brass. Oh no, it's just, yeah, it could be stainless maybe. Anyway, doesn't matter about that. That's inside. Can't turn it now. I think you can hear that rumble. Yeah, you can see how gnarled this is after being in the water. But yeah, back plate seems alright. I'm not going to bother doing anything with that. I could skim it, but I'm not going to bother. So now I'm just going to separate these two bits now, and come back to you when I've done that. Right, back again. This is a new day for me. Same video for you, but new day for me. So I'll just run over again what I've just done. So the pump's all apart now. I was going to make a video the other day of this pump with the shaft in there, sort of like that, all covered. It was like a big clump of brown grease and shit and horrible stuff, but yeah, didn't get to take a picture of that or anything. I might try and find a picture if I did get a picture, but my phone decided to stop working, so whatever. So we're just back here to this at the minute. Yeah, so it's all cleaned up. Still need to de-chamfer that. I might just take it and stick it in the lathe, and we'll just take the end off that maybe. Just turn it down again to 1.25", but we'll see. But yeah, cleaned up the insides. They're all nice and wonderful. What else was there? Forgotten what else I'm going to make the video about. So yeah, it's all stripped down. The nut and the all the seals and stuff are over there. I don't know, the bearing housing is here. No bearings in it. That's because the bearings are here. Have some bearings. Get some bearings over here. So this bearing is the bearing that goes deep inside. This is, we'll call it the impeller side bearing, and this is the pulley side bearing. The pulley side bearing as you can hear. I know it's a bit of a bad image, but really rumbly. This one not too bad, but I'm going to replace both of them since they're both out, because they're only about £7 each. What else was there on this pump? Yeah, a couple of quid. Not too fussed about that. Having problems getting the size for that one. This is more of a standard one, 2 1/4 and inch diameter shaft on the inside. This one's something like, I measured it in more millimeters because it seemed to come out better. A 72 outside diameter, and I believe it's like a 34 point something or other on the inside, but we'll see. I'll measure it all again, and I might take it down to the bearing lads in Keighley. I'll see. But I've got a bit of a cold at the minute, so sorry if I sound like shit. But yeah, impeller. Decided if I do go into town to go to the Keighley place, I might pick up some marine, like epoxy stuff for pumps to paint the inside of them and all that kind of stuff. If I don't go to town, I won't pick any up. And I have decided as well, I'm going to redo the return. I don't really know what this is. I'll show you. This is the water intake, and when you prime it, this is down like that, and when you prime it, this is all full of water at this side. It stops all the water flowing back down the pipe, so when you switch the pump on, it starts sucking water, and then it forces it out the outlet, and then it creates I don't know, is it like, it could be siphoning? I don't really know what it's called. But anyway, it starts pumping water then. But if this flap wasn't here, the water would just flow out. When I do prime it, and if I do decide to walk off, or the engine doesn't want to start, or whatever happens, it does slowly start to leak out of here. I'll just get a bit close to this. As you can see, it is all starting to get a bit wrinkly and horrible, especially there. So because it did sit in like some seawater or something before I got it, and as you can see, look at all the erosion in there. This is brass, if you didn't know, and this is where it sits. So yeah, I might sort that out. So that's kind of a end of this episode. Just to run through what happened, because I didn't make a video when I was doing it. So I'll probably have some new bearings by the time I make the next video, and maybe some other things, maybe some new seals. To be honest, I don't know if the seals need replacing, because they don't seem that rotten. I know that one does, but that I can make that out of just a bit of sheet of rubber. So yeah, I think we're pretty good. A couple of things that still need cleaning up, all the nuts, and this end plate. This is the flywheel, not the flywheel side, the pulley side. I'm still tempted to bore that out, or stick a groove on the inside so I can put an O-ring in, or I might even add another plate to this side and make the plate with a recess, so an O-ring can be then put on there, and then the plate is bolted on top, and that should seal it, stopping the grease from escaping, something like that. But we'll see. We'll see what I feel like. Depends if it's really worth it. But anyway, look out for the next video, and thanks for watching.